reviewing the film from last night?
Really good first half. Offensively, we haven't put in a lot of sets, so more flow offense for us. The ball was moving. We were rebounding the ball, getting out, pushing out, running, getting easy looks. I think our offensive rating in the first half is 123, so a lot of positives on the offensive end. We got to clean up our defense a bit. We kind of let off the gas right around that 4 or 5 minute mark in the second quarter. So things that we talked about today, but a ton of good carryover.
Was there anything specifically on the defensive end that you wanted to clean up?
Well, we got to keep teams out of the paint. We won the paint battle, but we can do better. Keep teams out of the paint. We can test shots. You know, it gives us the opportunity to rebound the basketball and go. And start, first game, preseason jitters. We wasn't a team that we want to be right now, and that's okay. We'll clean them up, but that's what we watched today on film.
CJ got up 6 3-pointers in his time on the floor. Do you like seeing that number of those 3-point attempts really high?
I do. As long as he's getting up good ones, we want him shooting. Probably in that area, 7, 8 3-pointers a game, him and BI. Mostly catch and shoot, but, he'll shoot a few off the dribble as well. The beauty in it is I thought that a lot of it came off generating it from our offense. Getting into the paint, rim pressure leads to kick-out threes. That's something we're implementing this season.
We've seen you use him in a number of different ways. That's something he said his preseason was like, I don't care however they use me, I'm going to fit in wherever I can. I mean, have you seen that from him of like, however you want to use me, Willie, like I'm willing to do that and just be adaptable, I guess?
For sure. It's kind of who he's been over the course of his career. Through college, he can play different positions, play different roles on teams. In Portland, there's times where he had the ball in his hands. Damian Lillard had the ball in his hands. CJ was playing off the ball. It's more of a catch-and-shoot scorer. So he has the ability to be able to, play multiple roles for us, and he's doing that this season, early this season.
Coach, 17 offensive rebounds. I think there was putbacks by, Kyra, Dyson, and BI. Guys not normally known for crashing the glass. Is that what you want to see, just from everybody?
We do. We want to create opportunities where we get extra possessions. Good to see us go to the glass and convert them. We want to keep teams off the glass, but yet and still we want to be able to crash, especially from the corners from our wings, and we saw some of that.
And you want specifically like perimeter guys attacking the glass more so than in the past?
We do. We just believe that it can stop teams from getting in transition. It gives us extra possessions offensively. We got to do a better job taking care of the basketball. That keeps teams out of transition. That kind of hurt us last night, but overall, I thought good job crashing the glass from our wings.
Tomorrow, do you anticipate using your starters similarly to how you did last night?
Very similar. We'll talk to the medical and performance and see if we want to bump their minutes up a bit, but I imagine it progressing over the next 3 games. They were at 15 minutes. We'll probably bump up a little bit the next game, so on and so forth.
And we talked about some of the split cut actions last night that you guys were using. You were in Golden State where those guys basically kind of just freestyling from possession to possession. When you guys do it, how much of it is it kind of improvisation versus kind of set up what you want guys to do in those situations?
You want to, originally when you're putting it in, you want to try to show our guys like different reads, different options. And as we continue to practice it, they'll pick it up on their own and it'll become more of like free fall. Like, go ahead and do what you need to do. You see how they're reading, you go ahead and cut, go ahead and slip, things like that. But right now, we're starting to get into their spots and just figure out, okay, the ball goes into like the mid-post, split cut action, what's our reads? And then from there, we'll just continue to add.
You were with Draymond. He's like the master of making the read on those plays. What do you think makes him so good at being the point man in those actions and making the right reads?
He's seen those pictures a ton with Steph and Clay. He's a guy that loves to pass the basketball. And so you got dynamic wings that can shoot, put it on the floor, go finish. Really good cutting. It allows Draymond to survey the floor, and it's something that he's good at doing.
Coach, are there any injury status updates, whether regarding Larry, Jose, maybe Cody?
No updates right now. No.
You were a part of the event in Birmingham last year, obviously. Just how cool is that to get as a team to go play in front of fans in the Gulf South?
It's fun. it was good to get to Birmingham. Love that arena. The fans came out, full support. Our G League team plays there, so we look for much of the same to get there, have a good showing. Our guys are excited about going to Birmingham and playing.
Who seems more popular in Birmingham since you played last year? Is it Herbert, Kyra? Can you pick somebody?
Both of those guys for sure. I mean, being from Alabama, having played at Alabama, which is not far away. So I'm sure we'll hear a loud cheer when they get into the game.
Coach, you tested Zion at the 5 last night, last 5 for the first about 5 minutes. What do you think?
We liked it. You know, we're fast. There's a ton of space out there for him to operate, and it's something that we're experimenting with.
It's more of a league-wide question, but it applies to you guys. Whether you're talking about Zion or Chet Holmgren or Cade Cunningham or Melo Ball, these guys that missed the bottle last year and are coming back, how big can that be for a team? Like, are those the kind of guys that one guy can make a real huge difference for a team sport?
Absolutely. Those guys they change your organization, and they're impact players. So when you're missing them, you kind of figure out how to make adjustments, generate offense, the style that you want to play. But when you have them and your team is whole and you're full, you guys seen it last night in the first half. It gives you a glimpse of what the possibilities are. So it's important.
And those are also 4 guys I mentioned, pretty young guys who maybe haven't really realized their potential. And so I guess, teams are kind of curious to really see whether they really haven't seen it.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I agree. All the guys you mentioned, the possibilities are endless of what they could do in the NBA. So, a big part of it is staying healthy. Staying healthy, being on the floor, and hopefully all of those guys do. It's better for the NBA.
We were joking earlier. Trey Jameson was out there playing yesterday. It looked like a game 7. I mean, is that what you're used to seeing from him? Just that effort consistently?
Honestly, we want that from everybody. And we talked about taking your minutes seriously and winning your minutes. Trey is a great example of someone that went out. He didn't care how many minutes he played. He just tried to dominate the time that he was on the floor. And I think everybody can feel his presence out there.
That's for sure.